Journaling is one of the best habits that every person should implement in their own life. Journaling is the thing that is actually going to allow you to understand who you truly are, what you stand for, your morals, your principles, where you want to go in this life, what you want to accomplish, how you want people to know you, and so on. In this video, I'll talk exactly about how I journal to actually accomplish my goals. This is the thing that actually got me from being a porn addict, from being depressed, feeling miserable, to actually allowing me to see where I am, to start to understand my thoughts, my emotions, where I'm going in this life. And it allowed me to get in the best health and best shape of my life. It allowed me to find my peace back. It allowed me to progress towards these goals that God has for me. So journaling definitely transformed my life. Sorry for having this messy hair. Today is like this. I couldn't put it off. But anyway, we have this journal, this nice journal. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. The biggest truth ever. So I'm going to go over a technique that I learned from a person, from an entrepreneur online, which had massive benefits in my own life. And it's called the 5-4-5 method. So for those who don't know me, I pretty much wake up every single day at 5:45, and it's because of an intention. And the 5-4-5 actually represents the 5-4-5 method, which is 5 goals, 4-step routine, and 5 needle movers. This routine was the thing that actually got me from being that degenerate to having this peace, to having this energy, to actually be able to attack these goals that God has for me, to actually discover my purpose, why I'm here on this planet, and what I actually want to do. So to really start off, you're going to open up your journal and you're pretty much going to write in there 5 goals. These goals should be anywhere in the range between 3 and 6 months from now, from where you are. And you should generally have some goals that actually scare you. For example, for me, it was creating content, but also when it comes about my physical health, where I want to be 3 to 6 months from now. So these goals should actually scare you, because if you have some goals that don't scare you, that don't give you that little anxiety, it means that those goals are too small, right? So you want to make sure that you actually aim for something crazy, that most people think it's crazy or it's unachievable, like be more realistic. Like, no, fuck that. Please don't limit yourself. Like, generally write down what you want, what you feel like writing down, like generally what you want to accomplish. But before you actually apply this strategy, I want you first and foremost to plan out your year, to find out where you want to be. So at the beginning of the journal, like on the entry of the journal, I wrote down the goals I want to accomplish for the year of 2026. So I broke it down in a couple of things. And to start off, we got personal goals. I'm not actually going to discuss this because I generally don't like these people who talk about these big ambitions and they just get the dopamine from that and then they stop. They don't even work to that. And I used to be that person myself for so many years and I don't want that anymore. But in here, it's pretty much personal, like what you want to accomplish when it comes about your character. Like, how do you want to be perceived? How do you want to speak? How do you want other people to perceive you? How do you want to behave? That's what I've written in this personal space. Then going to the next one, we got spiritually, right? To grow spiritually. So in here, I wrote down my spiritual goals, what I want to accomplish spiritual-wise. Then going down, I got physically. These are some challenges for me. This one I will actually share because I do them. I stand for what I say. And it's to climb a couple of mountains. I'm not going to give names, but I had set certain things that are going to challenge me physically, like to the next level. Then we got skills. In here, it's pretty much skills that I want to learn, that I want to better, because I already have a couple of skills which I need to become more proficient in, to become better at them. So here, write down exactly the skill sets you want to accomplish. Maybe you want to get to a certain college. Maybe you want to learn video editing or learn high valuable skills like sales or anything, right? Just write down in here exactly the skill sets you want to learn in this year, or the skills that you already have and you want to better. Just make sure that you write them down. The next one is financial. Where do you want to be financially, right? Write down in here, like where you want to get, like to what income you want to get. the person you need to become to get to that income. Also still on the financial side, maybe trips that you want to visit, like certain places you want to go, so that you can actually plan ahead and actually do them, like challenge yourself, travel to different places, or you may want to move countries to live in another country. So write down in here. Make sure it's something crazy so that it actually pushes you. Then you got relationships. On here, maybe you want to find a partner, maybe you want to just better your relationship with your parents, or you already have a spouse, you want to better this relationship, you want to actually make sure like how can you progress in these relationships to have couple tough conversations. So this way you can actually nurture the relationships you already have, right? For me, relationship-wise is meeting certain people, meeting my mentor in person, and a couple of other things. But for here, make sure it's specific to you, like where you want to be relationship-wise. So like this, you got pretty much everything covered. You got the finances, you got your health and fitness, you got your relationships, you got your spiritual growth, you got everything in one place, right? And after you plan out your entire year in the journal, you're going to go back to the 5-4-5 method. So as we discussed previously, you got 5 goals 3 to 6 months from now. But you also want to make sure that it's correlated to this full year picture that you written down previously. So this way you're just going to break it down in smaller chunks so that you can actually progress towards these goals. So for example, the goal is to grow this YouTube channel. That means I want to hit X amount of subscribers. So that's a goal that actually pushes me and challenges me to actually go for it. Then when it comes about the fitness and health side, you can choose a goal that suppose 3 to 6 months from now, you want to hit X amount of body weight or X amount of body fat percentage that you want to drop, or like maybe you want to get shredded. Like put a goal that actually challenges you and that you actually desire. So these 5 goals, you actually want to make sure that they are tied to your principles, to your morals, so that you don't work just on one side, maybe just the fitness or just the money side, the financial side, but that you're going to develop like one in a whole, like mind, body, and spirit. That's the most important thing, right? Don't just focus on one thing, focus on developing yourself as an individual from every single endeavor. So once you made sure that you've written down these 5 goals that you have, you're going to go to the 4-step routine. For me, as you already know, I wake up at 5:45 a.m. every single day without a miss. Then after that, I hydrate with Celtic sea salt and some reverse osmosis water. After that, I get into my journal. I start praying, I get into scripture, and boom, I got my morning routine. So this way I raise up my frequency to be able to attack the day with energy, because I already get in the word before the world. I prime my mind. I already have awareness of the thoughts that I have, because when you wake up super early, your mind is going to most of the time go negatively, so you need to regulate your emotions. And this just builds that mental toughness, which without mental toughness, you're going to have a miserable life. So if you're not mentally tough, you're not going to achieve none of these goals that you actually have. Because nowadays, it's so easy to get distracted by our phones. Most people start off their day, just as even I did previously, to just check my phone, be on my phone, scroll, and then they wonder, why am I not progressing towards these goals that I have? Why? Or where is God? Like, I can't hear God. Obviously, you can't hear God when you constantly get this dopamine hit. When you feed your flesh. When you're lazy. God can't reward laziness. He's going to reward hard work. So you need to make sure that you crucify your flesh each and every single day. So once you did this routine, right, in here, it may be for you doing a cold shower. I have a lot of friends who do cold showers. It hypes them up. Like, you want to make sure that it's something challenging and that is actually going to raise your frequency, that is going to allow you to better understand yourself, your thought process, and to have this awareness about what you're going to do in the day. It's super, super important to actually make sure that you're going to achieve these goals. And then you got the 5 needle movers. These 5 needle movers need to be tied onto the 5 goals you written above before the 4-step routine. And you want to make sure that you break them down in small pieces that you can actually do, that are going to be challenging. Coming back to the example I gave previously, to hit X amount of subscribers on YouTube. So an actionable step to achieving that is posting 2 to 3 times on YouTube every single week. That's an actionable step. That's something that is in my control. I can't control when the YouTube subscribers are going to come, but what is in my control is whether I post or not. You want to make sure that these things, these actionable steps, are in your control. That's why they are called actionable steps. It's super important. Then when it comes about getting shredded, you want to make sure that maybe you track your calories, or you switch up from eating in a certain way, you reduce your food volume, you get in a calorie deficit, and you start shredding down the fat. You start looking forward your gut health, you start looking forward all these other variables like stress regulation, sleep, hormonal health, and so that you can actually make sure that you're going to hit this goal. And you want to make this with each and every single goal that you put above. This way you have the ultimate accountability for you to achieve those goals. Because every single day, at the end of the day, if you go back in the journal and you see that, oh, I set out to record a YouTube video, I didn't record the YouTube video, then guess what? You can't blame anyone, only yourself, right? With this, you're going to actually build the self-accountability, which is super important. Then if you pair this up with accountability from other people, like other like-minded individuals, whether they are from communities online, whether they are in person, friends, it does not matter. That is going to make it even stronger, because then you can make an actual commitment to these people to check these goals, and they are going to keep you accountable as well. So you're going to feel this need to actually do them, because you don't want to look like a fool towards your friends. And that is going to allow you to actually hit these goals. So this habit alone, I can't even say it in words, how much growth it brought to me. It made me get in the best shape and best health I ever been. It improved my business, my self-image, my confidence. It helped me quit these vices like porn. And it made me be the man I am today. And it's just continuously going to grow me. So please don't just watch this video and mentally masturbate about the idea that, oh, I'm going to get to these goals. Someday, one day, I'm going to get there. You're not going to get there. And this is super harsh. I'm telling you this out of love, because I've been there. I'm 19 years old and 18 years of my life were wasted because I didn't have a structure, because I wasn't planning, because I wasn't having this accountability. So I'm telling you this out of experience, out of love, because truth actually hurts. All these people you hear online that tell you, oh, it's okay, take your time. Your time is going to come. Some flowers bloom later. That's a lie. That's a fucking lie. You need to wake up. Nobody's actually going to come and save you. You need to save yourself. You need to find Christ. And you need to take relentless action to get to these goals. Stop mentally masturbating. This video that you watched, if you don't apply nothing from it, it's a waste of time. And all the other videos that you already consumed on the self-improvement are a complete waste of time until you actually apply what you see. Because we live in a world where information is so abundant, but nobody applies. Like, you have any information you want, but the problem is that you don't apply it. You don't have that consistency. We have this sort of analysis paralysis where we just get overwhelmed. Some person say do this, the other person says do that, and you don't know what to do anymore. That's why you have to learn from other people's mistakes, see what works for you, test it out for yourself by taking relentless action and see what works best for you. That's the most important thing. So much love. I'm grateful for all the subscribers. We just hit 200 subscribers, which I'm super grateful for each and every single one of you. If this helped you out, please don't forget to subscribe. We are going to go to the next level. Your health is going to go to the next level. Your relationship with God is going to go to the next level. Just make sure that you actually apply and that you follow along. That's the most important thing. Or if you want to shortcut your process, you can hit me up on Instagram with the word rebuild, where I personally help you implement this structure in your day, where I'm actually going to help you get in the best health and best shape of your life. So that way you're just going to leverage time. You can learn from me, who already went through so many trials and errors, invested in so many people, so that you can actually learn from my mistakes, so you don't have to do them yourself anymore, and you can see progress faster. If you actually made it till here, I'm super grateful once again. And remember, Jesus loves us. See you until the next one. Peace.